For years, she preyed on faith, luring victims with promises of a better life. But a deadly poison was her weapon of choice. They called her Cyanide Mallika.
Imagine meeting a woman outside a temple. She looks kind, respectful, and deeply religious. She listens to your problems, offers advice, and promises a special ritual that can change your life. You trust her, you follow her. But within hours, you're dead. This is the terrifying true story of Cyanide Mallika, one of India's most notorious female serial killers. Before becoming known across the country, Kempamma appeared to be an ordinary woman living in Karnataka. There was nothing about her appearance that suggested she would become one of India's most feared criminals. But behind that ordinary image was a deadly plan, driven by greed and deception. Mallika had discovered a way to identify vulnerable people. She spent time around temples and religious places where she would approach women who seemed troubled or distressed. She would start friendly conversations and gradually earn their trust. Many of these women were dealing with family problems, financial struggles, health concerns, or personal hardships. They were searching for hope, and Mallika knew exactly how to exploit that. After gaining their confidence, she would tell them about a special religious ritual that could solve their problems. She claimed the ritual would bring good fortune, improve their health, save their marriages, or remove bad luck from their lives. Desperate for a solution, many victims agreed to participate. Mallika would then take them to a secluded location, often near a temple. She instructed them to remove their jewelry as part of the ritual. The victims had no reason to be suspicious. After all, they believed they were taking part in a sacred ceremony. Then came the deadly moment. Mallika would give them cyanide disguised as part of the ritual process. Within minutes, the poison would take effect. The victims would collapse, and Mallika would steal their jewelry and valuables before disappearing from the scene. By the time anyone realized what had happened, she was gone. What makes this case so disturbing is how long she managed to avoid capture. The murders occurred over several years. The victims came from different places and backgrounds. At first, investigators struggled to see a connection between the deaths. Many cases appeared to be isolated incidents. Meanwhile, Mallika continued her deadly scheme. Each successful crime made her more confident. She believed she had found the perfect method, one that left very few clues behind. But eventually, investigators began noticing similarities. Several victims were women. Many had visited temples shortly before their deaths. Valuable jewelry was missing, and most importantly, traces of cyanide kept appearing in case after case. Police started re-examining old investigations. Witness statements were compared, patterns emerged. Slowly but surely, detectives realized they were not dealing with separate crimes. They were hunting a serial killer. As the investigation intensified, evidence pointed toward one woman, Kempamma. In 2007, police finally arrested her. The shocking truth began to emerge. Authorities uncovered multiple murders linked to the same method. The woman who had appeared helpful and trustworthy was revealed to be one of the most dangerous criminals in India. The case attracted nationwide attention. People were stunned that someone could use faith and trust as weapons. Families of the victims finally learned the truth about what had happened to their loved ones. Mallika was eventually convicted in multiple murder cases, and her nickname, Cyanide Mallika, became infamous across India. Even today, her story remains one of the most chilling true crime cases in Indian history.